I guess we can start. We have also started the recording. Hi, Rafia. Uh, am I audible to you, Rafia? Okay, let's start at 120 then. I guess people are like they are having issues in joining through that code. Let's wait for 3 4 minutes. Hi, Navita. Uh,
Hi, sir.
so I guess we can have that chit chat before everyone else is joining. Let me know about you. What are you doing right now? Maybe student or working professional, and something about you.
I'm working woman and currently am
Hi, Murtaza.
3 years working in MNC, sir.
In MNC. So like in finance and accounting only.
Different, sir. It's pre-coding. Pre-coding.
Pre-coding. It's like health services something.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I got it. So you want to switch into finance, right? That's why you're
Yes,
pursuing US CMA.
yes, sir.
So have you started with your preparation, your part two preparation?
Started, sir, but little bit confusion. It's work out or not. I don't know, sir.
So from like which section have you started your prep?
Uh, Little bit. Wait, sir.
Section A,
Section A or Section C, sir.
section C. Perfect. And you have completed your part one.
No, sir. Start only part two.
So who
Start.
told you to give like first part two and then part one later?
Uh, I joined in institute, so that ma'am only told
Miles.
you take first miles education.
Oh wow, what a good name. Uh, Okay, Navita, I guess you are on a good spot. I also prefer if someone is doing their first professional qualification and they have like a long gap between their studies, like you had did your undergrad and maybe you joined workforce or corporate, right?
Uh,
So you have a
yes.
very big gap in for your study, right? So
Uh,
I also prefer to go for part two first because it's like more kind of a practical part. I would say in part one you have to deal with a lot of I would say difficult concepts, and it's like a very extended version if we are comparing it to part two. And part two is like a very compact and to the point topics we have in our part two. So
yes.
I guess you are good. So uh, are you like attending some kind of a lectures in Miles?
Yes.
So how's your experience? How's your feedback?
That time only understand, sir. I After that I reading that fully collapsed to me. Which one? This? Which one?
Yeah, I got you. So from like from Thursday to Friday, I guess you know that we are doing one-on-one. So out of 25 one-on-ones, 17 students are from Miles only, and I got a like very bad feedback for their lectures because I guess they are changing their faculties in morning batch, afternoon batch, evening batch, right? And they are using some kind of a summarized material, their
Yes.
own Miles book. So it's not even worth it, right? You won't even able to clear it if you are very good with your studies and you are able to put extra 3 4 hours in your self study. that's the
Yes.
that's the only case you can clear that. Otherwise I feel that 80K or 90K something you have spent on that uh, coaching material, it's not even worth it, right? So yeah, everyone did that mistake. I at the time when I am preparing for USMA, I also uh, I also spend 80K something, but it's not worth it. That's what I feel.
What to do? I don't know, sir. But preparing daily 1 hour, I spend, sir.
So you are targeting September, October attempt something?
Ah, October.
October
October.
attempt, and right now you are not like even started with completed with one section.
Uh, I completed one section, sir. Section
So
A. I started.
how much like you're gonna rate yourself for section number C out of 10?
Uh, Sorry, sir.
5. Okay. So have you solved some kind of MCQs, like uh, a good amount of MCQs for section number C?
Yes, sir. But not understand fully. Just
Uh,
average only. Average.
I got you. Okay. Hi Murtaza. Am I audible to you?
Yes, hello sir.
Uh, okay.
How are you?
Let's start with like your maybe introduction. Are you like working professional right now, or you are
No, sir, student.
sorry?
स्टूडेंट अब मैंने जस्ट अभी बीकॉम फिनिश किया है, थर्ड ईयर.
So where are you from, by the way?
पुणे.
Oh, I am also from Pune. Where in Pune?
NIVM.
NIVM. I don't know about NIVM. Do you know about Pimpri Chinchwad?
Yes, yes, I know, sir.
Oh, okay, okay. So I recently moved to Pimpri Chinchwad. So you are
अच्छा.
nearby something, or it's like too far from this place?
Pimpri Chinchwad?
Yeah,
Yes, too far, sir.
it's too far. Okay. So do you
हाँ.
know about Kalyani Nagar, Kharadi?
Yes, yes.
Oh, okay. Perfect. So you are preparing for part two, right?
यस यस पार्ट टू सर. मैंने एक 1.5 साल हो गया मैंने कोचिंग किया था FPA से.
F.
FPA फाइनेंशियल प्लानिंग एकेडमी.
It's like offline institute or something.
नो, ऑफलाइन भी है, ऑनलाइन भी है, शिवाजी नगर के अंदर है.
तो आपने क्या चूज किया था, ऑफलाइन की ऑनलाइन?
मैंने वो सर मेरा घर से दूर पड़ रहा था तो मैंने ऑनलाइन चूज किया था.
सो हाउज योर एक्सपीरियंस मुर्तजा?
एक्सपीरियंस तो सर अच्छा है. बट जब मैंने पार्ट टू पहले चूज़ किया था, वो मैम ने ऐसे बोला कि पहले आप पार्ट टू करो फिर पार्ट वन करना. तो मैंने पार्ट टू पहले किया था. फिर मैंने 6 महीने कोचिंग ली थी, 4 महीना प्रिपरेशन किया था. फिर मैंने फेब 2024 के अंदर मैंने एग्ज़ाम दिया था.
ओह, ओके।
हाँ, तो फिर मैंने पार्ट टू का दिया था बट मैं सर उसमें क्लियर नहीं हो सका.
ओके।
और फिर मैंने उस गैप हुआ, फिर वापस स्टडी किया, गैप हुआ वापस, मतलब 1 साल तो ऐसे ही निकल गया. फिर मैं अभी सितंबर अक्टूबर के अंदर पार्ट टू का वापस सोच रहा हूँ देने के लिए. उसमें से मेरा पार्ट टू का A, B and C हो गया है. और जुलाई के अंदर ये मैं DEF का ट्राई करूँगा. और फिर अगस्त सितंबर के अंदर मैं प्रिपरेशन करके डेट चूज़ करूँगा अक्टूबर के अंदर.
मुर्तजा, आपने जब अगर फेब 24 में अटेम्प्ट किया था फर्स्ट वाला, तो इतना गैप क्यों आया? वो 25 वाला ईयर कहाँ गया?
सर मैं मतलब एक दो तो फंक्शन थे हमारे घर के अंदर, उसके अंदर गैप हो गया था. फिर ये रमज़ान मुहर्रम आ गए थे, उसके अंदर गैप हो जाता था. फिर
ओके।
मेरा बीकॉम का मतलब मैं अप्रैल में प्रिपरेशन, फिर वापस नवंबर दिसंबर, तो 4 महीने वैसे निकल गए.
Okay, so I guess right now you are very very committed. Like you have to give it in like September October attempt, right?
यस.
So if you are planning to book your exam in August for October, I guess you will not get those slots, because right now everyone, and I am also recommending to everyone, hey, book the like your exam slot within after mid of October, or maybe the last week of the October. So the
ओके.
slots are like getting filled very quickly. So please check that out on your IMA website, right? So I guess we can start now. So basically, how I feel and how we do in our cohorts, like you need a sectional wise strategy. I don't know how you are saying that my section A is completed or maybe section B is completed, uh, but according to me, I guess you should first start with section number C. That's what Navita did, right? Section number C is decision analysis. So basically, in under decision analysis, we have three main topics. One is CVP analysis, we have margin analysis, and we have pricing, right? These are some main topics under section number C. So in section number C, basically what we are trying to do, we are trying to understand the mindset of a manager, like how a manager thinks if he needs to plan for short run decisions, right? Or if he wants to plan for something within our relevant range. So we have to learn about some assumptions to understand that CVP model, and we have to understand few formulas as well, which is like break even, target, desired target, profit requirements, right? How to choose between whether, let's say I'm making this pen as my product, so I have two options. I can make this particular product in house in my own factory, or maybe I can just outsource this particular product. So I need to calculate that profitability between those two options. So this is a complete, I would say, a practical chapter with a little bit of theory at the end of the concepts we have. So I would prefer start with section C, decision analysis, right? Once you are done with your section number C, right? You know you have already taken few decisions uh, in your business. You have already taken few decisions in your business, but as you are taking any kind of decision, it came with some kind of risk, right? So you need to understand how you can, obviously you can't eliminate the risk out of your business, but you can effectively minimize the risk. So after section number C, I would prefer you should start section number D, which is ERM, enterprise risk management. So in ERM, you will basically learn a lot about how you can mitigate the risk, what is the risk identification process, till how you can use some kind of models, right? Just to minimize your risk effectively, right? It's kind of a theoretical chapter, but if you understand with the mindset, like how a corporate work or how a business works, so you will get the practicality of that particular section. It's a very very good chapter, scoring chapter section, I would say, right? So once you're done with section number C and your section number D, now you can move to section number E. So in section number C, you have learned a lot about short run short term decisions. Now in business, you also need to take some kind of a long term decisions, right? So basically how capital is allocated into in your business. So let's say there are only two sources of raising your capital. One is you can maybe borrow money or capital from some banks, right, or some institution. Or second is you can invest your own money, which we refer as shareholders capital or equity. You need to understand, when you have that capital, you have to maybe invest in project number A or maybe invest in project number B, but it is a long term project, right? If I am building a new tech smartphone, I have to do R&D first, right? Research and development, whether that product is gonna work or not, whether market is gonna accept my product or not. So we have to do a R&D for 5 years. So for next 5 years, I don't have any kind of money inflow in my business, because right now I am just spending, right? So it's a 5 year, yeah, it means a long term investment, long term commitment to that particular project. So in section number E, you are going to learn how to take decisions with various tools. You have NPV, IRR, payback period, and a lot more. Section is very very good uh, in terms of practicality and in terms of theory wise, right? If you understand it like in a way where how business actually use that in real world life. So that's why, if you, I guess you know this thing, some people recommend that CMA, US CMA is for working professional, right? It's gonna benefit working professional more compared to a student, because students are always with this mindset that they will memorize everything, they will make any every sort of notes with the resources they have, and they'll crack that exam, right? But they don't have that practicality, uh, practicality of topics with them. That's why people recommend that it's like this course is for working professional. uh, it will help working professional more compared to a fresher or a student. But if you have the chance to like take this course and you have to prepare for it, so why not you can learn everything in depth, right? So section C, section number D, section number E, if you have completed these three sections in very first place, you are done with your heavy lifting. Now you can take a small section which is section number F, which is professional ethics. So if you guys know, in our Indian courses, like if I am a qualified CA, I can use that title in my prefix of my first name, like CA Himanshu, CMA Himanshu, right? CS Himanshu. But for a global qualification, I have to put my qualification name after my first name. So it's like Himanshu comma CMA, Himanshu comma CFA. So if I'm using CMA as a title, I'll I can't go into some corporate or go into some kind of a business setting and do some kind of a fraud, right? So if I'm carrying that CMA title, I need to have some kind of principles with me. So it's a very good chapter, scoring chapter, professional ethics. uh, Again, we have some kind of theory there, fraud triangle, what happened in the past. We have some stories as well in professional ethics, section number F. So I guess uh, section F is very easy. So we have C, D, E, F. Once you are done with these four sections, your 55 to 60% syllabus is already completed. Now you can kill the mighty. Okay, I call it kill the mighty because the section number B is very lengthy, right? So in section number B, it's like a corporate finance. There are some jobs in which companies hire for this corporate finance title only. So that's why corporate finance requires a little bit more uh, of attention from us, right? And it's good if you understand everything in corporate finance. It will help you eventually when you join some company, join some MNC, right? So section number B, which is corporate finance, it's like a little bit more lengthier and I would say in detail. But if you like investing, right? If you like stocks, if you like how we can uh, how we can calculate whether borrowing is good or whether investing my own money is good, right? Capital allocation back. If you learn about weighted average cost of capital, right? Then you are gonna enjoy the section B. Perfect. Then after you are done with your section number B, you have section number A, right? We have kept section number A in the at the very last because it's a scoring chapter and it have a lot of formulas in those A1 A2, right? And you have all, I guess, already covered current ratio, quick ratio, profitability ratio, activity ratios in your class 12th standard or maybe in your undergrad degree. It's exactly same. It's just the way of question framing, right? You're gonna see a massive difference, right? So maybe you know about acid test ratio or maybe quick ratio, and so you're not gonna get a simple question where you will have two variables. You need just need to calculate a third x variable, right? It's gonna be a case study type question. It's gonna be a 6-7 line question and you need to understand the logic behind it, and maybe you need to take a decision out of that acid test ratio, right? What to do in this particular situation. These kind of question you're gonna get in at your prometric center. So this is how I uh, I prefer like the order of US CMA part 2 to be studied. C, D, E, F, B, A. Maybe you can write it down somewhere else, or obviously you are gonna get the recordings as well. So C, D, E, F, B, A. Now let's say we are done with our orders, right? It's easy to follow C, then D, then E, then F, then B, and then A. But how do I know? Like Murtaza said, I have completed my section A. But how do I know that you have completed it end to end? So I prefer, and what we do in our cohorts, like we have created 6 steps for each section. Okay, so you can also follow these particular 6 steps. I'm gonna give you those strategies right away. So let's say I'm starting with section number C. Okay, in section number C, if I'm starting it from scratch, my step number one would be to complete my conceptual lectures, right? And when I'm saying conceptual lectures, it should be in a very, very detailed manner, okay? Because what happened is, I'm right now, people, or I would say students who are attempting their May June attempt, I am getting their messages. Hey, my CBQ window, like, it did not open, right? Didn't achieve that accuracy in my MCQs, right? You need at least 70%, some 70% or above 70% accuracy in your exam. Then only you can see your CBQ questions. But it means they are failed in their attempt, right? And they are preparing from a big institute like Navita named Miles, right? And Zell Education, I've also prepared from Zell Education, right? But yeah, they don't have that kind of material with them, they don't have that kind of support with them. So that's the only reason why students have to reappear multiple times. If you have seen some of my stories, I have, I guess, uh, screenshotted some of them, their experiences where they are like going for their fourth attempt, right? CMA USA is a expensive course according to me. If you are paying 25,000 as a student, right? And Navita is working professional, so I guess she has to pay 40,000 rupees per exam. And if you are not gonna clear in first attempt, you need to pay 40K again, right? So it's an expensive course. So that what I feel, CMA right now, it's not testing what you know, or maybe you know the formula, you know the concept, you know the topic. It's not gonna test that very easy. They have also that idea in their mind. They need to reduce the supply of CMAs, because right now, you if you see, uh, everyone is preparing for US CMA. Same for any other course. Okay, everyone is preparing for chartered accountant as well, CFA as well. But every institute have that number in their mind that they need to reduce the supply of their qualification. So if you are scoring, let's say, 360 or 370, they will give you 350, right? They will give you 340. That's the entire thing is going in IMA. But if you're scoring 400 plus, 400, 410, 420, they can't give you 350, right? They also have learned professional ethics for their CMA, right? So when I say conceptual lectures, it should be in very, very detailed. Okay, so let's say, for example, I'll just give you one example what I meant by depth, because it's a very vague word. If I guess you both have completed section number C, so I guess that's the very, very relevant example. So in section number C, we have a contribution margin income statement, in which we have sales minus variable cost. Then we have a contribution. Why we call it a contribution? Because it has to contribute to two buckets. One is your fixed cost bucket. Once your fixed cost bucket get fully absorbed, now the leftover of your that contribution can flows to operating income, right? Now we have some 7-8 formulas related to break even, related to your target profits, before tax target profit, after tax target profit. So my question to you is, if I give you this particular statement only, can you be able to extract all those 7-8 formulas? That's my question. If your answer is yes, then you are going very right, right? You are on a very good path. But if your answer is no, you have to think for yourself. This is not gonna work for you, and to be honest, you won't be able to clear the exam that way. Because if you see the very detailed material we have is Hawk, right? But other than that, Becker and Clem, they have some summarized kind of version. Hawk has a very detailed text. That's what I feel. But in Hawk as well, they have just given you the last formula. And if you are a maths person, you know everything flows from a derivation. So if you don't know how that formula is like extracted from this particular statement, then you are gone. You will be able to solve this LMS question you have in maybe your Miles, or maybe Becker or Glim, right? Whatever you have as your LMS. But believe me, what is going on right now, IMA is setting their paper at a very high level, right? That's why I can say according to like current scenario, 5 out of 10 students are not be able to crack their exam, right? That's the current scenario. So you need to, I'm not like making you feel nervous or something, but that's the current scenario. You need to be prepared for that. You have 3 months in your hand, July, August, September. So when I say conceptual lectures, it should be in that detailed enough where you are getting that depth of that topic, right? If you have that depth of the topic with you, I can not guarantee you, but I can promise you, you can be able to crack any level of MCQ. Okay, so this is your step number one. You have to complete your conceptual lectures. When I say you are completing your step number one, I am assuming you are preparing your notes as well. So if, let's say, if a lecture is a 1 hour long, you need to maybe pause the video down and note something down. And so a 1 hour lecture will take you around 1 hour 30 minutes or maybe 2 hours, right? So one hour lecture will take you like around 1.5 hour or 2 hours max. So it is very reasonable and justified to spend a 30-45 minutes extra for your 1 hour lecture, right? So that's when you can say my step number one is completed, right? Your conceptual lectures. Then at step number two, like how we do is we have a level wise questions on our LMS. So we have like level 1 easy questions. So let's say you are just done with your conceptual lectures. Now you need some kind of direct question, right? Direct theory question, direct numerical question, where you just need to plug few numbers down and you'll get your X value. So while solving your level 1 question, you have that confidence, you have that recalling energy with you within your concepts. Once you're done with your level 1 question, now you can jump to level 2 question, which are like uh, most detailed questions. I would say you need to analyze a lot of things. You need to think like a businessman or in a corporate setting, right? Once you're done with your level 2 question, now you can move to level 3. Level 3 is like a complete exam based question, like how IMA wants you to prepare for this particular topic, right? So let's say you're preparing for CVP analysis under section C. So for CVP analysis, you need to solve level 1 question, level 2 question, level 3 question. Once you are done with your these 3 levels, then your step number 2 is completed. Then at step number 3, personally what I do, I when I feel okay, this particular topic is very wrongly explained, or it's not that detailed enough, or not in a simple language in Hawk, Becker, Glemm, or maybe Violet, right? So I give my notes, right? And secondly, if I feel okay, this particular concept is very beautifully explained in any of the material, Hawk, Becker, Glemm, so I just gave the reference to the students, right? So that they can go through that chapter guide and solve some kind of example mentioned below that topic. So this is your step number 3. At step number 3, you just need to go through the notes which I am providing, or maybe you can just check the chapter references that I've given in that our community section. Once you're done with your step number 3, which is your chapter reading or notes referencing, at step number 4, what we do, maybe if you are not, if you don't want to, if you want to skip that step, you can do that. But at step number 4, we do a live session, MCQ live solving session. So you can, what you have done at level 2, you have already solved those level wise question, level 1, level 2, level 3. Obviously you haven't cleared all of those questions, right? You have some kind of doubts, or maybe you have solved some questions incorrectly. So you have flagged those questions at step number 2. At step number 4, like on weekends, on Saturday and Sundays, I came live, and it's like, it's not a one-on-one, it's like a group session, wherein I am solving those same question like what you have done at your step number 2. And let's say you have flagged some of the questions, so 80% of your doubts got covered in that particular session. So section step number 4 is like watching how to even judge the question, right? Because understanding the concepts, understanding the topic is different thing, and solving and applying those concepts in your MCQ or maybe in your CBQ question is a very different game. right? So you will get a judgment how to judge the question, or maybe how to eliminate some kind of a distractor options in your MCQs. So basically step number 4 is a MCQ live session. So let's say you're solving your MCQs and you you have a theory question with you, okay, and you think, okay, I guess this option is also correct, this option is also very close to the topic. So you need to understand how you can eliminate these kind of closest options, right? So there are some strategies for MCQs. I guess we can cover this later in this session. So this is our step number 4. At step number 5, you have to give a sectional mock, right? You have completed your section number C. Now you have to give a sectional mock. Let's say you are scoring 30-40% in your sectional mock. So I would say, hey Navita, hey Murtaza, uh, you need to work a lot in this weak areas within this section, and these are your strong areas. That's what I feel in a one-on-one call, and we have to work around in your weak areas as soon as possible. And let's say once you're done with your second time revision, now you can again give a sectional mock, and let's say now you're scoring 70-80%. Now I can say, hey Murtaza, this is the very good time, you can jump to your section number D, right? So that these are the 6 steps you need to follow in order to complete one section. So you need to do the same 6 steps for section number C, then D, then E, then F, then B, then A. This is the order we have covered. Hi Shera, I guess I'm pronouncing your name right. And so we have already covered our sectional wise strategy. So basically we are starting with section number C, then section number D, E, F, B, A. I have already covered the logic behind this section. You can watch the recording later on. But this is the sectional strategy we have, and this is a individual section strategy, I would say, how to complete one section end to end. Okay, let's say you are done with your this 6 steps for all the sections. Now your one time preparation is done, and it's very solid, I would say. Now you need to do a second time revision. Now for second time revision, I prefer you need to create 3 buckets. Okay, we have 6 sections, you can bifurcate two sections in each bucket. So we have 3 buckets with us. So let's say this is our first bucket, and we can keep section number A and section number D in this particular bucket, assuming you are at least uh, giving out two sittings each day. So in your first sitting, let's say you're in your morning sitting, you need to complete every notes, right? You need to read, learn, or maybe I can say refer to the videos as well, which you have covered at your step number 1, which is your conceptual lectures. You can watch some part of that particular video which you feel you are lacking, right? So this is your conceptual understanding for section number A. Now in your evening sitting, you have to solve as many questions as possible for the second section, which is your section number D. Now next day you need to flip those section. Now for section number D, you need to complete your notes, your videos, and any resources you have at that time which you feel is like a very good, right? And in your evening sitting on day 2, you need to solve as many questions as possible for section number A. So you have to do this flip those sections for a week, right? Once you're done flipping those section, I guess you have touched 3 to 4 times each section, their theory part, their notes, and the question you have solved in your in your like study sessions, right? So you have to do the same for bucket 2, you have to do the same for bucket 3. So it will take you 3 weeks for your revision. Believe me, those who have used this strategy, they have scored more than 400 plus, right? I haven't seen someone at 390 as well. 400, 410 and 420 max I have heard from my students. So this is a very good strategy for your revision, 3 buckets. So yeah, I guess this is the complete preparation strategy you guys need, Once you're done with your second time revision, take a 1 or 2 days break, and then you are ready for a consolidated mock, right? So for your mock test, I this time you need to give a full mock test, right? All six sections combined. So for mock test as well, how we do is we have three practice mocks, and we have two exam level mocks, right? Which you have to give like before your exams only. And for mocks as well, we have a strategy to like attempt. If you need to attempt 100 questions, you can't go like 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 and in this particular order, or not 199 1997, not in a single order. We have a strategy. Okay, so let's say I am attempting a mock, or maybe I'm going for my exam at a prometric center, and that's how I do. I start with 100th question, and let's say at 100th question I got a single liner question, right? It's very easy. I know I can crack it in like next 10 to 20 seconds. I mark my option, I move to 99th question. Let's say at 99th I got a very big, I would say very detailed question where I know I'll have to, where I know I have to analyze. Wait a second, let's add someone. So I know where I'll have to analyze the uh, question, right? It will take around 3 to 4 minutes of mine. So what I'll do is I just flag that question and I'll move to 98. Let's say at 98th question I again get a direct numerical. I know I can crack it in like max to max 30 seconds. So what I'll do is I'll just quickly calculate the answer, and uh, I can move to 97 question, right? Again I got a detailed question, I'll just flag it down and move to the next question, right? I have to do this same from 100 to 1. What's the like importance of this particular strategy is, let's say within your first 30 minutes, right, you are done you're done with your at least 30 to 40 questions, right? Because how this is how IMA sets their exam. 30 to 40% questions you will get in a easy to moderate level. So within your first 30 minutes you are already killed your 30 to 40 questions. And one more thing, you are not skipping those questions, you are flagging them. It means you have an idea what you have in your exam, right? So you have uh, idea like what you are gonna get later on, which for the question which we have flagged. So in your subconscious brain, your like mind is throwing those concepts in your subconscious, like we have to prepare for those big questions. Now you need to start with, let's say now you are at 1, now you need to start at 2, 3, 4, and you need to go till 100. Now you can tackle those big question, right? Analytical question, I would say. And now let's say you are spending 1 to 3 minutes in order to solve that question, and you are still not getting any correct option. Your answer is not matching with any of those options. One uh, choice is with you, you can spend 5 more minutes on that particular question, but I would say that's not a good strategy. Let's say you are getting a $25,000 dollar as your answer. In option you have $28,000, $30,000, $35,000, $40,000. So the closest answer is $28,000. I would prefer go for $28,000, right? And you should ask from your intuition as well, right? So you have a good probable answer, right? It's not a guess, it's a highest probability level you can get, right? Because this one is the closest answer. You just have to mark that option and just flag that particular question number 2, and you can move to question number 3. Now you have to do this same strategy. Let's say out of those rest 60 question, again you have cracked 30 questions, because you are not getting every option like just a closer one, you are getting a exact option as well, right? And some of the questions are theoretical, right? So again from 1 to 100 you have killed uh, next 40 questions, right? Yeah, Shera, please go ahead.
Yeah, so actually, I'm planning to attend both parts. in September, October, due to my membership issue. So, is that possible? So, when you're telling about the strategy, can you please share if it is possible to clear only? You can mention about the strategy, how to clear it in just 4 months or of this small period. So, is it possible or not? If yes, how? If not, I which one I should clear first? So, can you please share that also?
Am I pronouncing your name correct? It's Shera, right?
It's Shiera. It's
She
okay, fine. It's
Shiera.
okay.
No, no, no.
Yeah, it's okay.
My bad, I guess.
It's
Shiera.
okay.
So basically, your question is like it's very very logical question because your membership is going to end. But
Mhm.
this is very subjective question, I would say, because I don't know what's your level in maybe part one and what's your level at part two, right? So I can give you the clear answer. Oh, yes, you have to. You can
Mhm.
clear your exam in like next 3 to 4 months. So if you can like share
Is
your
it possible
preparation.
or not? Is it possible? I mean, is it achievable if I start from today onwards, or I mean,
Okay, you, you
that's it.
you want to start from now, from very very scratch. No.
Actually, I have prepared part one. I know some topics, not some, most of the topics. Part two is pending for me. So, yeah, that's my condition. In part one, almost E and F was completed. A is little challenging for me. B, C, D is okay. In part two, I have problem with section B. Other all I can manage. That's my condition. I know bits and bits of it, but not fully conceptual wise in part two. It's bit confusing. I can't do some questions from part two. No, yeah, part two, section B and all. So yeah, that's it.
So how many questions like have you attempted for part one? Let's say. What's your
If
accuracy?
it, mhm. If out of 100 questions, I can answer around 70 to 60 questions correct. That's only I can say. 60 to 70 questions I can answer correct if out of 100 questions.
So have you attempted any kind of mock because you are very confident with this 60
Yeah,
70
yeah,
number?
I have attended. One team was there in my hometown, so they were conducting an online test. So
Hmm.
I just answered it and I corrected around 68 questions, something like that.
So it
So yeah.
so out of those 60 70 questions, how many are like just guess or how many are like you know?
That is, yeah, out of that 10 questions, I just, not 10, 10, yeah, 10 questions I just guessed. From this section A only, I mostly guessed.
So basically, I'm just trying to understand like your current understanding, right? So I guess my
Mhm.
questions are relevant for you, but I would prefer why not
What?
why not
Mhm.
okay, maybe you are planning part one in September and part two in October.
Yeah, vice versa. Someone said to me like part two is easier than part one. So yeah, so I'm a bit confused about it. So I haven't planned it.
Okay, so and your membership is like when your membership is going to expire?
November. It is going to expire in November.
November. So you need to calculate, okay, if you and you are in under professional category, right?
No, I'm under student category. Actually, I enrolled when I was in college. But, as I was in college, I didn't give that much important. But like
Okay.
after some time only, I realized it. It was like mistake. So it was, I had to, I don't know what to say right now. So that's it.
Yeah, yeah, I got you, Shira. So basically, you need to calculate. Okay, you need to calculate like if you maybe if you are a student in your student category as well, you need to spend at least 22 to 25,000 per exam, right?
Mm-hmm.
And your
Mm-hmm.
membership is like what, 15K?
I don't remember. It's been
Yeah,
years I
it's
paid.
like 18K, and that too for I guess 3 years, right?
Yeah.
So maybe I don't know, they have this kind of feature where you can just get a 1 year membership. uh,
No,
uh,
I asked many people who cleared CMA. So they were like, you can just mail them after clearing one part. You can mail them asking, can you please extend? It's their decision whether to extend or not. It's purely their decision. If they are not extending, I have to. I mean, the part which I qualify will be 45. So I have to attend it again. You got it? What I mean? So
yeah,
there
yeah,
is a
yeah.
problem
Okay,
like
okay,
that.
okay, okay. Yeah, that's a very big issue. Then that's what I feel.
Okay.
So you don't have any option. You have to attempt both the parts in September, October. So what you can do is, let's say, that's what I feel. You are looking very confident for part one, right?
Mm-hmm.
So try to attempt your part one in September only, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And book your part two exam at the very end of the October, last week of
Okay.
October, let's say.
Okay.
So and try to book your part one exam at like first week of September. So you have
Uh-huh.
2 months again for part two, and 2 months are more than enough. I feel if you have some kind of level, as you like mentioned as well, you are done with some kind of some topics or in part two as well. So that can be a very good strategy. So you don't have any option. You can't ask me, "Hey, whether should I apply or not," because if you uh, complete any of the part in September, October, it's like you have to reattempt, right?
Yeah.
So you need to go all in. I guess you are not working right now, so you have a time with you, right?
Yeah.
You have time like July, August, September, like 2.5 months for your part 1 exam, and around 3.5 months for your part 2 exam, right? For part 1, if you are scoring 60-70%, I guess you uh, split your time in some kind of way, and maybe we can connect one on one for this, Shara, and you can strategize like the morning part I need to give for my part 1, and the evening part I want to give for my part 2. For part 2 you can compromise a little bit, and you can just watch the lectures, prepare your notes right now, and you can skip question solving for part 2 right now, but you need to go all in for part 1 first.
Okay.
That's what I feel, right? So you have some kind of lectures with you as well, and
Yeah, actually, I have got Becker. So Becca provide video lectures, and yeah, so that's and in Malayalam there is a YouTube channel which provides every chapter's video lecture. They provide every classes for every part,
so
every sections,
so
right from section A to F, both parts.
so
So it's easy to
it's like
understand. Even they provide notes too.
it's like detailed enough. I know that red thumbnail, I guess.
Yeah, I do cafe. It's there. So it's very helpful when you have any doubt. These guys, there is a note under that video, so you can read the PDF. Even there are some questions under it also, so you
Yeah, I
can
know.
do that also. So at
and
times I
and
used
and
to
that
refer those
and that
videos.
PDF is in English, right?
Yeah, yeah, the PDF is in English.
That part I know, but yeah, still I guess uh, you have a Becker, right? You have a very good resource. I also practiced on Becker only
Hmm.
at when I am preparing for my US CMA
But
part
my
2.
question is this time is enough? Because most of my friends are like, oh my god, you have only a few months left
don't
for
don't
exam.
don't don't
So
listen to
I'm
anyone.
like confused and panic.
My answer to you, don't listen to anyone, right? Because the key is you don't have enough time with you, right? You don't have
Mm-hmm.
any option with you. So
Mm-hmm.
it's good. So you should go for that attempt, considering you have the ability to go all in. You don't have any like a day to skip, right? So if you have that mindset, that go all in energy, so maybe you can crack it, Shira.
Okay, and I want to know about your mentorship programs in this in
See,
your system. How it works also. Can you please mention about it also? I mean, does help to schedule all this thing? How to do everyday tasks? I mean, there are some institute like they provide on this day you have to study this topic. Is that like this, or we
see,
have to study on our
see,
basis? I didn't, you know.
whenever like someone asks me for like what should be my daily goal, I feel that very vague question, or very childish, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
If you have a goal with you, right?
Mm-hmm.
You don't I don't have to give you a daily task, right? But
Mm-hmm.
you have 6 steps. Let's say we have discussed about these 6 steps, how you can complete your
Yeah,
section
actually, I was late to join. I had an issue with my electricity.
and,
That's why I'm sorry.
and end to end. But Shara, let's say if
Mm-hmm.
I haven't given you anything for a day, or maybe I skipped texting you for your daily goal. So what do you want to do, right? Okay, I didn't get any kind of a goal. Now I won't study for anything, right? This is not how you can clear a global kind of qualification, you should
Yeah.
plan for a weekly goal. that that
Mm-hmm.
maybe I can help you with. Okay, and that's what we do. We plan for a weekly goal. Okay, for a week you need to complete these lectures, you need to prepare your notes, you need to solve these many questions which we have in our LMS, and you
Mm-hmm.
need to uh, go through with these notes of mine, right? And you need to attempt a sectional mock. Then with all of this, your progress within this week, on weekends maybe, or maybe Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I'm available for a one-on-one call, and we can connect live and we can see how much have you progressed, or maybe you have some kind of doubts within those topics or within those concepts, right? And we can see how we can tackle that, right? so
Okay.
so that's a good strategy. You don't have to focus on daily. We can set a weekly target and you can split it for you, because I don't know whether you are a morning person or maybe you are a night person, right? So you
Mm-hmm.
need to make your daily strategy by your own.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Weekly task. Yeah, thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, so obviously I'll walk you through the website or LMS interface. I guess you have already uh, logged in, or maybe
Yeah, I often I
sign
just
up.
I just looked at it. So yeah, I just logged in and just looked at it. I didn't go inside and you know what I.
I guess I'm able to answer your question, right?
Yeah.
So okay, so basically we are at some strategy of where we are attempting a exam or mock test, right? Consolidating mock test. So first thing, let me recap for you very quickly. So we have to go from 100 to 1. That's what I do. You can go through 1 to 100 as well, but let's say you are going with this flow only 100 to 1. You are skipping all those big questions. You don't have time to attempt in your first 30 minutes. I'll like give you the logic for this strategy, and you are going to the one, and you have killed 30 easy to moderate question in this flow. Okay, now you can attempt those analytical questions which are like big enough, detailed enough. You have to spend your 3-4 minutes for that. And for now, from 1 to 100, again you have completed exact questions, like you got the exact answer, theoretical answers as well. Again 30-40 more questions, so it's like 670 questions out of 170 questions are done. Now you have 30 questions with you which you have already marked for a good closer option, right? You are getting a 26,000 answer in option, you are getting 26,500, so you have already marked that closer option. Now you can spend your energy in decoding, okay, whether I'm getting or recalling something or not, right? And you can change those options according to your available or remaining time. This is a very good strategy, and believe me, if you follow this format, your CBQ question is window is like obviously going to open, right? So your MCQ, I guess it's like a very easy peasy for you if you have like have that concept understanding, have that depth with you for those topics. Now let's say you are not going to follow this particular strategy. You can see, hey, this guy is talking bullshit. Now you are starting with question number one. Question number one is very simple, direct answer. You can mark it in like next 30 seconds. Now you'll get a question number two, which is a very detailed question. You will say, hey, I'll go in this flow 1 to 100, and you started solving that question, and you're not getting that exact answer. You have that nervousness in your mind. You have wasted your 15 minutes. You are just at your second question. Now your momentum is gonna break, right? Now the questions which are easy, because of that nervousness, first you are not attempting that from comfort of your home. You are at prometric center, so increase that 20-30% nervousness with your brain, right? So if you go with this flow, I feel you are gonna waste your uh, potential and whatever you have studied in your last 3 months. So this is the strategy you need to follow whenever you are attempting any kind of mock and your exam. So I guess we have covered which order we need to follow in order to study and plan for our exam. C, D, E, F, B, A. I guess Nibi already know about this. And we have a sectional strategy where we are going to follow 6 steps, right? And we have a second time revision bucket strategy with us. And lastly, we have a mock test strategy. Believe me, if you follow these 4 to 5 strategies, you are gonna kill your exam in very first attempt, right? So I guess I'm done with my strategy part. Let me know if you guys have any question. Just unmute your mic and start throwing questions on me. Nibi, Murtaza, do you guys have any doubt? Navita, under these strategies or something?
No, sir.
Is everything clear to you?
Yes.
Okay. Navita, do you want to ask something?
I cleared, sir. Now I clear now.
I guess I can take this as a compliment. I am very good with my explanation. So, okay. Let me walk you through the LMS part, right? How the whole theory part, like whatever we have discussed. Let me show you in application. Let me share my screen. So basically, I guess most of you have already signed up on the website, right? So this is the interface. Let me show you uh, the good. We can start with the good part, right? So this is the community section, okay? So every time any of my student complete their maybe 5 MCQ, 10 MCQ, one video lecture, one chapter guide, one sectional mock, or maybe they have wasted their entire day by just scrolling reels, I push them to post your uh, progress for that particular day on this community section. So let's say this is Rafia. I guess she left this meeting right now, so I can praise her. So you can see she mentioned, "Hi everyone, I have completed watching the recent CVP lecture and read the chapter guide. It's been really helpful to read it after watching the lectures. What are you guys up to?" So basically, what I want to say is this is kind of a push and discipline you guys need, and you can see I also reply all of them, right? So basically, we use this community section just to push each other and to maintain that momentum. So this is a very good part, that's what I like. Okay. And let's say if I have to post something, let's say yesterday, okay, and I can say today morning, like yesterday night at 1 2 p.m. I have uploaded fourth lecture, which is target profit concept. So I just give them a go ahead, you can start watching the video lectures. So you can see, as I have mentioned, in video lectures we have started with the same order, okay? Section C, then D, E, F, B, A, and we are following those 6 steps, right? So you can see we have videos with us. uh, that's your step number 1, your conceptual lectures, plus you have to take notes with these videos. And then you have a MCQ practice portal. So I guess I have already mentioned this, we have level wise questions. So let's say I want to study for decision analysis. Now for decision analysis as well, I need to study for CVP analysis, okay? And for CVP analysis, I need to study for level 1 questions. So this is how we do in our cohort. You can see we have 74 questions in our level 1 CVP analysis. So your, I guess, a day or two will should be spent in solving level 1 question. Now you can move to level 2 questions, and now you can move to advanced exam level questions, right? This kind of questions you will see in your exam. Let's say I'm clicking on $11, which is incorrect. Now you can see we have a complete explanation why that particular option is correct, right? Or why these 3 distractor options are incorrect. At last, you have my tip for that particular topic. So whenever you are solving MCQ, make sure you are sitting with your notebook and a pen. And let's say you are solving this question and you get the option incorrect, you have to write it down why that particular option is incorrect, right? And you also have to note this particular tip down in your MCQ notebook, so that whenever you are solving any other MCQ, right, within this concept, you know I need to follow this, right? So you can read this very carefully. You can get any kind of distractor option strategy, trap option strategy, everything is there. Now let's say you feel this very challenging, you can flag this as challenging, and you have a bookmark challenge tab with you. Now let's say you are on a one-on-one call with me on weekends, on maybe Thursday and Friday, and I can see this on your dashboard, and we can uh, so see how we can solve this question in a very easy manner. So this is how we do in our cohort setting. Okay, after your video lectures, after your level wise MCQ practice, then you have chapter guides, right? This is our step number 3. So let's say we are covering decision analysis. So for decision analysis, you have a summarized version of notes. This is not something you can depend on. Okay, this is just a summarized version. You have to follow a detailed material. Obviously I'll give you the references uh, for every section, for every topic, because some of the sections are very good, beautifully explained in Hawk or maybe Becker or Glim, right? So it is like a summarized version of notes. You will get your concept clarity within this chapter guide. So I can vouch for my work, I guess. So I guess we are done with video lecture, MCQ practice, chapter guides. You have a community where you have to post your progress. Now you have a mock test simulator. We have sectional wise mocks, okay, and then we have a full mock exam. This is where you'll feel exam uh, level, right? The level of questions you will feel they are very analytical, challenging, right? And this score like you can only uh, feel confident once you are scoring 70 to 80% within this mock test, right? Then you have a dashboard with you. So I guess many of you is using Snapchat, right? So we have a streak concept in Snapchat. So by just looking at your dashboard, I can easily guess whether you are consistent with your studies or not. And this is your summarized version of your current accuracy. So let's say the IMA exam target is 70% accuracy, and you are just at 25% accuracy right now. So anyone is looking to book their exam, you have to make this positive, right, not in deficit. And this is same uh, just like your uh, I would say summarized dashboard. Then you have a my profile with you, right? And you can see you have here you can check your course access, right? So if maybe you will see a free trial tier here, you need to extend or renew plans. So let's say Shreya, uh, this last plan is not for you because your attempt is on October or September for part 1, right? So I guess you can go with these two plans. It's gonna help you a lot, believe me. uh, so I guess you can skip the last one and you can go for the any of the two, right? So once you are done with this, you will get a complete access to this. And let's say you want to see, right now I have all the access with me, that's why I can play any kind of video. So I guess this is the uh, latest lecture we have. So basically we are starting with CVP analysis. So for just CVP analysis I need
Uh,
7 to 8 hours, right?
right now,
uh, we can skip the
profit
audio.
target. Okay. So this is one
Okay,
of the way they can
so
express your desire.
so this is how we do. I don't believe in reading the PDFs. I believe in breaking every concept down. So this is that's why I called the depth of your uh, topics or depth of your understanding should be really great in order to break any level of MCQ. So I guess I'm done with the overview of the elements we have. I guess I'm doing a great job with this. But yeah, that's all from my side. Let me know you if you guys have any kind of questions or queries. So basically, one more thing if I have to add is the one-on-one sessions we have, right? Like how I am right now interacting with Shira or Murtuza, that's I guess a cherry on top which will like make your all preparation at consolidated level and which is going to help you eventually. So that's it from my side. uh, Let me know if you guys have any doubt related to LMS or related to plans or related to any kind of strategies what we have discussed till now, or maybe we can end this session because I guess I have given everything I have in terms of strategies, right? Murtaza, Navita, Shira, you don't have any kind of questions?
नो सर। सर मुझे ये पूछना था कि मतलब जो आपका जो ये LMS है उसमें से मतलब ये सब मिक्स क्वेश्चन है जैसे हॉक लाइम।
सी हमारे पास बेसिकली 5 प्रोवाइडर्स हैं: हॉक, बेकर, ग्लेम, वाइले, सर्जेंट। सर्जेंट को छोड़ के बाकी के सारे जो भी 4 हमारे पास प्रोवाइडर्स हैं उन सब के ब्लेंडेड क्वेश्चन है। और IMA के जो प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चन है या जो मुझे फील होता है कि इस क्वेश्चन में दम है, राइट, तो वो सारे के सारे क्वेश्चन विद देयर एक्सप्लेनेशन यू विल गेट इन दिस LMS। दैट्स व्हाट आई फील।
ओके ओके सर।
Navita, Shira,
All clear.
all clear? Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. I guess we can end this webinar right now. Thank you guys. Nice to meet you. Nice to interacting with you all. Murtaza, Navita, Shira.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Bye. You want to say something, Navita?
Thank you, sir.
Okay, okay. Thanks, Navita, for joining. Bye.
Okay, bye.